All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this started. Today, I'll be talking about credit and a budget. Credit and a budget. Hey, Miss Curly Girl, nice to see you again. Nice to see you again. Hopefully, you're starting that plan you told me about the other day. Let me know if my sound is okay, and also I'm gonna pop up my screen here just for a test before we get into this very quickly. Let me see. Can you tell me if you can see my screen? Tell me if you can see my screen. Do you see getting started cleaning up your credit? Hey Jerome, how you doing? Can you see my screen? Let me know if you can see my screen, please. Anyone in the room, please let me know if you can see my screen. If you can't see my screen and you don't see getting started with a credit, yes, your sound is fine. Thank you. Do you see a PDF file on your desktop or your phone or whatever you're watching from? I want to know if I did this display capture. Okay, if you can see, like, the United States allows a free credit report every year. Let me know if you see that paper right on your screen. If not, I might have to just read some of this. Can't see the screen. Okay, can't see the screen. Let's see what we can do here. No PDF. All right, all right. I'm trying to figure this all out, but nonetheless, let's get right into it. Nevertheless, so a lot of us are struggling with our credit. A lot of us have no idea what a good credit score is. So the range, either it's for your FICO score, which 90% of creditors actually look at. The other 10% actually look at what they call your Vantage 3.0 score. That's your Vantage 3.0 score. And the Vantage score was actually created by the three credit agencies. That's your three credit agencies: Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. Now, as credit is expanding, because Experian is doing a lot of big things with credit, and what they're doing is they're using your utility bills to increase your credit score. It's called Experian Boost. I've used it, and I believe that my credit score raised about 5 points. But they said that the average credit score raises 13 points. So you can be on the cusp, you can be on the precipice of a really good credit score. So what if you are at 715? What if you're at 715 and you got 13 points? Now you're at 728. Okay, so you're already over that magical score is 720. You're over that magical score of 720. So if you haven't already, go ahead and do a quick Google search. Don't do Bing because it just pop up pictures. Do a quick Google search and do your Experian Boost. Now, I'm trying to really show my screen here, guys. Unfortunately, I might have to read it. This is about the credit letters that I said that I have. And basically, since you can't see my screen, I'm just going to give you some information. We all know that every year, according to the U.S. government, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion will allow you one free credit report. Okay, one free credit report every 12 months. Okay, you can get that from annualcreditreport.com. Totally free, totally free. Now, when you're talking about this dispute letters, the ones that I'm referring to that are absolutely free. The only thing that it costs me is my internet bill because I have to email them to you. Okay, so it don't cost you nothing. It costs me my internet bill. That's about it. Now, the Fair Credit Reporting Act falls under the credit reporting agencies. This is their law. They must follow this law. Okay, I'm not going to get into FCRA 609. I'm not going to get into FCRA 611. You can just look those up because I don't want to bore you with this reading that. You can read it for yourself. You guys are intelligent people. I know that you can. But those are the numbers that you should be referencing. Again, that's the FCRA 609 and the FCRA 611. And the credit reporting agencies, that is their law that they must follow. Now, when you get these letters, if you request them, or maybe you want them for a friend or a loved one or a family member, I wouldn't go over 15 accounts on them. Because when you start getting over 15 accounts, what I've been noticing is that they may look at your accounts as frivolous. Like, okay, that's way too many accounts. I'll say a good number to start off with, depending on how much is on your credit or the person you're trying to help credit, is 10. And you must mirror all of them, okay? each and every one of them. So that's the first thing you're going to need is get your entire credit report that's reporting on all three agencies. Once you get that, then you will have the information to translate and subscribe that onto these credit letters. Now, I really wanted to show these because it's so simple. It's so easy. Anyone can do it. Okay. Anyone can do it because on these letters, I also have the addresses. You don't even have to Google nothing. All the information is right here. Let me see if you guys would just bear with me. I don't know if you can see my screen, but I'm really, really trying here. Let's see here. Okay, I think I figured it out. I think I figured it out. Okay, nope, that's not it. Bear with me. I'm a newbie here doing this live thing, so okay, all right. All right, let me know if you can see my screen now. I believe. Give me what happened to Ross World. I just changed the name, Cool J. I just changed the name. I wanted something very basic. Okay, I believe. Yeah, okay. I believe you can see my screen now. Now we're talking about it. I just changed the name. I wanted something very basic so people know exactly what I'm talking about. I can see it. Okay. Now, if you notice, I have the three listed credit agencies all right here. This is a packet. This is a PDF file with individuals, right? You can print this out by page. You don't have to go anywhere to look for this information. And if you just joined the chat room, I am not selling anything. Oh, give me 1 second. My alarm going off. Echo. Okay, excuse me for that. I'm back in. So you don't have to go anywhere for this information. Okay. So here's the instruction letter. I have information on here, and we talked about the letters that were requested under 609, the Fair Credit Reporting Act. And as I said before, that CR send you a copy of the original contract. And this gives you the instruction letter gives you a rundown of what you may endure while trying to send these letters to fix your credit. Okay, so this is not just something that's just going to inform you. This is also going to help you to guide you through sending your letters in. Okay, sending your letters in. I emailed my request for the letters last night. Okay, I will send them out right after this video, Miss Curly Girl. So I have to go to work here in a little bit, but I will send it out. I'll assure you. If you email me at blacklogic28@proton.mail, I will send it out. I know I have Gmail, I have all these other emails, but that one I use for my business and also YouTube because it's encrypted with 256-bit encryption. That's neither here nor there. But anyway, I'm not going to bore you with this letter, but this letter will walk you through it. Okay, we'll walk you through it. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you a dispute letter. I'm just going to show you one because all of them are the same. Okay, and it's in a Word format so you can type it in. Now, as you can tell, the dates and everything is generic. Your name, your information, your address, your date of birth. Now, these are sensitive documents because these are going to the credit agencies. And you do want this to be certified. You do want to read receipt, but all of that information is in the instruction letter. Now, I'm going to bore you. I'm going to go ahead and read some of this information, and it's quite simple here. According to the Fair Credit Reporting Act, Section 609, you're required by federal law to verify through the physical verification of the original signed consumer contract and all accounts you post on a credit report. Otherwise, anyone paying for your reporting service could fax, mail, or email in a fraudulent account. Okay? Physical. I demand to see verbal proof, an original consumer contract with my signature on it. Okay, again, this is the section of the FCRA 609 that's saying it must be physical and you must have signed it. You have on file of the accounts listed below. Your failure positively verify these accounts has hurt my ability to obtain credit. Under the FCRA unverified accounts, you must be removed, and if you're unable to provide me a copy of verifiable proof, you must remove the accounts listed below. Okay, and you would name the account number, and provide physical verification. And Unverified account is staying the same. Okay, it will stay the same. Also, if there is no account number, just put account number not listed. Okay, and at the bottom you will see, please remove all non-account holder inquiries over 30 days old. Please add a promotional suppression to my credit file. Okay, that's going to help you, give you a little wiggle room until they fix your credit. Now, granted, this is off. It's different for everybody. When you start to put your documents, your verification documents on here, and I'm gonna tell you why. This has to get notarized, because once it gets notarized, it becomes a what? A legal document. It becomes a legal document because you're not just sending a friendly letter to the credit agencies like, hey guys, I just want you to look into these accounts for me. No, you are saying under a federal law that you must do this and verify these accounts. So once you notarize it, it becomes a legal document. Okay. So you will go to your bank. They should do it for free. Again, that's free. The only thing that's going to cause you is you mailing out to the credit agencies and getting that read receipt and make sure it's certified mail. Okay. And have all the information here to certify it. You just need to change the dates, some names. Everything is self-explanatory. Okay. Self-explanatory. Moving right along. As you can tell, you need a copy of your social security number because they need to verify it's you. Because not anybody out here should just be walking around with your credit, with your social security card. Then a copy of your ID card. I remember when I was doing mine, they was giving me the runaround. So I did my social security card, I did my ID card, and I did my passport card. Okay. Because I have a passport card, I have a global entry card, and I have a passport. But I did my passport card. So a copy of your ID and a social security card should be enough. But if they give you the runaround, there are some letters that we have that we'll go over really quickly that the language actually changes if they give you the runaround. And we know the federal government, if you ever work for the federal government, then you know they give you the runaround because it's all about bureaucracy and paperwork. Okay. They can just bore you in paperwork. Now, this ends the first document. Now, this portion right here, let me get rid of this, guys. Oh, I can't. This is on a PDF. Okay. Yeah. So that January 1st, 2016, your name, that goes on the next page. You will understand it once you see it. You'd have to fix the formatting. I can't do everything for you, okay? Like, again, it changes when you put your cards and stuff on it. Those things are pressed down. Okay, granted. Now, you send that out. That's your first series of letter. You need to wait 30 to 45 days to see if it affected your credit. They will send you a letter back stating what they have done, or they may tell you some information. So here's the thing. Even if they say they have verified your accounts, and these may be your accounts, and these may be in collections, I'm going to tell you, keep going. I'm going to tell you use the second letter. The second letter, it looks like the first, but the language changes. I'm going to read this. Please be advised, this is my second written request. Now, if they didn't respond to your first letter after 30 to 45 days, you didn't receive anything, or they didn't take none off your credit history, and they didn't prove that that was your account, or even if they proved that was your account, try again. Okay, try again, because there's some gray areas in there. There's a gray area. They're getting all this paperwork, all these thousands of Americans, millions of Americans. Who knows? They might just wipe your credit clean. I'm just saying. Please be advised, this is my second written request. The unverified items listed below remain in my credit report in violation of federal law. You are required under the FCRA to have a copy of the original creditor's documentation on file to verify that this information is mine and is correct. In the result of your first investigation, you stated in writing that you verified that these items are being reported correctly. Who verified these accounts? You have not provided me a copy of any original documentation required under Section 609, a consumer contract with my signature on it. And under Section 611 of the FCRA, you are required to promptly delete all information which cannot be verified. The law is very clear as to the civil liability and the remedy available to me for negligent noncompliance if you fail to comply. Listen, I'm a consumer and I'm fully intended on pursuing litigation in the matter to enforce my rights under the FCRA. This is strong language. This is strong language. And again, you will see the language has changed. We are escalating the language, but the format of the form, the name, all that, basically basic data stays the same. Your verified account, you're putting your accounts on there. I know I have 22 accounts on there, but I said I wouldn't really go over 15. Just cut that off. Don't add the extra chart on there. And again, this is in Word format, so you can edit this as need be. I would do about 15. Once you get past 22, it gets kind of frivolous, but I would do about 15 because after that, I feel like it gets kind of frivolous. Like, okay, they just put everything on there, depending on how many accounts you have. So just edit it, make it nice and neat, make it professional, so on and so forth. Then again, here's the notary part of this second letter, a copy of your Social Security card and a copy of your ID. Now and again, you see your name, your state, all of those good things. See, Ross, I need all of these letters. Okay. Daniels, what you need to do in the description of the video or any of my videos, I have my email address, blacklogic28@proton.mail, and just request their credit letters. And you know what? Say please and thank you too. This is all free, guys. This is all free. So again, once you put your ID cards in, all this stuff is going to push down. Here is the third letter. This is the third letter. Please be advised, this is my third written request and final warning that I fully intend to pursue litigation in accordance with the FCRA to enforce my rights and seek relief and recover all monetary damages that I may be entitled to under Section 616 and Section 617 regarding your continued willful and negligent noncompliance. Despite two written requests, the unverified items listed below still remain on my credit report in violation of federal law. You're required under the FCRA to have a copy of the original creditor's documentation on file to verify that this information is mine and is correct. In the result of your first investigation and subsequent reinvestigation, you stated in writing that you verified all these items are being reported correctly. Who verified these accounts? You have not provided me a copy of any original documentation, a consumer contract with my signature on it, as required under Section 609. Furthermore, you have failed to provide the method of verification as required under Section 611. Please be advised that under Section 611 of the SRU, you are required to promptly delete all information which cannot be verified. And then again, the law is very clear as a civil law, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And then the same information. Again, the language has escalated. The language has escalated. Now, I've never seen someone get past the third letter. Never. Once you notarize it, it's a legal letter, and then you're backing it up with the federal law. The FCRA is under the federal law that they put out. And FCRA means Fair Credit Reporting Act, okay? And the CRAs, the credit reporting agencies, this is their law that they must follow. Okay, now I'm going to show you the fourth letter, but like I said, I've never seen someone get this far because they don't want to get to the point where this becomes a bigger issue. Because here's the thing, when I first started this video, we talked about the physicality, the physical letter of your signature. See, we have to understand when your accounts are in collections, what do they do? What do they do? They sell your account to somebody else. When you falter on your T-Mobile, your Sprint, your Verizon, your AT&T bill, they sell it to a collection agency. You didn't make a contract with the collection agency, okay? You did not make a contract. So when your things go into collections, remember, you did not enter a contract. You did not sign anything with that collection agency. So keep putting in these letters in succession every 45 days if they don't verify it, okay? And it shouldn't go past the third letter. And you would notice that your credit will start to be clean because they didn't do their due diligence, okay? They didn't do their due diligence. This is the greed of America working for you, America. This is the greed of America working on your behalf because these organizations, when they try to seal your credit accounts, they just want some money. They're tired of wasting their dollars trying to call you, paying representatives to call you and say, hey, you have a late bill, this, that, and the other. Okay, they actually want their money. So they sell their account for the credit agents, the collection agencies to bother you, okay, to harass you. All right, again, we got the copy of the Social Security card, copy of the ID card. Again, a little editing, that will fix it. Last and final notice. Notice of pending litigation seeking relief and monetary damage under FCRA Section 616 and Section 617. Please accept this final written offer of settlement before litigation as my attempt to resolve your continued violation of Fair Credit Reporting Act regarding your refusal to delete unverified information from my consumer file. I intend to pursue litigation in accordance with the FCRA to seek relief and recover all monetary damages that I might be entitled to under Section 616, 617. If the unverified items listed below are not deleted immediately, a copy of this letter as well as copies of the 3 written letters sent to you previously will also become part of a formal complaint to the FTC, that's the Federal Trade Commission, and shall be used as evidence in pending litigation, provided you fail to comply with this offer of a settlement. The credit agencies are not trying to go to court, okay? The credit agencies are not trying to go to court. Despite 3 written requests, the unfair items listed below still remain on my credit report in violation of federal law. You're required under FCRA to have a copy of the original creditor's documentation on file to verify that this information is mine and is correct. In the result of your investigations, you stated in writing, you verified that these items are being reported correctly. Who verified these accounts? You have not provided me a copy of any original documentation, consumer contract, my signature on as required under Section 609, 611. Furthermore, you have failed to provide the method of verification as required under 611. And then it says at the end of the FCRA, you're required to properly delete all information which cannot be verified. Okay? That cannot be verified. Thank you, Ms. Curly Girl, for putting my email up there. All right. So that is it when it comes to that. Okay? That is it when it comes to that. All right. So we back in. So that is the credit letters once you request them through my email. Thank you, Ms. Curly Girl. Let me see. I think there's something I can do. I'm going to make you a moderator, Miss Curly Girl. You are very helpful. You're a moderator now. Okay, so that means when people try to hate on me, you can knock them out the chat room. You can knock them out the video chat. You're being very, very helpful. I thank that. So anyway, those letters will help you tremendously. They have helped me. They have helped me tremendously. Okay, I used to have I think like a 580 credit score about 5-6 years ago. Now I can't stop credit coming to me. Like, I have credit cards with 25,000 on it, 12,000 on it, 16,000 on it. I don't need all that. It just helps my debt to income ratio. That's all it does. And it will help you with business loans, personal loans. Basically, your credit score is a tool, is a resource, or it's a weapon. And the reason why I say it's a weapon, because in the wrong hands, meaning if you have a credit score in your wrong hands, your credit score is used to obtain debt. See, we like to replace the word debt with loan, but a loan is a debt. So hopefully you have a plan for your debt. Hopefully you have a plan for that loan. Now, if you're just going out getting a house, a single family home, your credit score is going to help save you money. Okay? Because I don't know the national average for a home mortgage loan right now, but I would say you don't want anything over 3.5%. You don't want anything over 3.5%. Now, I remember when I bought my first home back in 2009, I think I paid like 7%, and it was high. The house was in Texas, and I was paying like $1,600, where people I know was paying like $1,000. Think about this: the home was $180,000. It was 3-bedroom, 2-bath, ranch style, so all one floor, and I was paying $1,600. That means my interest rate was astronomically high, and I had bad credit. So credit is a weapon when you don't know how to use it, because you're obtaining debt. And some people just love debt, okay? They just love go out and get debt. Or it can be used as a tool and a resources to get some of the things that you want at a much, much lower interest rate, at a much, much lower price. Or it can be a resource for you to start a business. Because even though I put out a video a long time ago about how to start a business with $5,000. Now, depending on that business, now if you're running a tech business, $5,000 is a drop in the bucket. So you may need $50,000 depending on, what you're trying to go into. Maybe you're trying to build a smartwatch and you need to, I don't know, rent a electrical engineer and a software engineer and someone who has a 3D printer or 4D printer, if that's out yet. But you might need to get a guy from Boston Dynamics. Who knows? You might have to pay these guys for their work. And then also you need to patent, copyright, all these things. But I'm off of it. That is some of the uses of a credit score, either negatively or positively. Moving right along. I don't have that much time. I got about 10 minutes with you guys. And I got to start packing my lunch or my dinner or something. Anyway, a budget. A budget will actually help you with your credit score because a budget is a program. It's a schedule. It's a routine. And here's some things that's right off the top of my mind. Credit Karma is a good source because it's free that you can actually use that to check your credit. And listen, when you check with Credit Karma, this is not your FICO score. This is your Vantage score, okay? This is your Vantage score, not your FICO score. Now, a lot of times when you go through your bank, and they will actually say this is your FICO score because I believe with Navy Federal, they show my FICO score. And I know with Capital One, I don't know if that's my FICO score or Vantage score. But nonetheless, because with Capital One, they go through CreditWise. Okay, they go through CreditWise. Now, as far as budget, you can use Mint, you can use NerdWallet, you can use Excel spreadsheet. But the reason why you need a budget is going to put everything in a very simple and plain format. Okay, how many incomes you have coming in versus the expenses that you have going out. And what this does, this make you true to the game. This make you on a rigid schedule of paying off your bills. And a big part of your credit score is your payment history, is your credit history. These are the things that input into your credit 30 to 35% of your credit score. These are big chunks. Now, I have a credit series on my channel. I believe it's on my playlist. It's either under financial or credit, but I have like a 7-video series of breaking down your credit score. If you can just find that, that will help you out tremendously because right now it's not fresh in my mind. But I know that a budget will actually let you know how much money you have coming in, how much money you have going out, and can you cover the bills. Now, granted, I'm going to show you similar on my budget on my phone really quickly because I was just working on my budget because I said, you know what, I need to be a good steward of my finances and I need to create my budget. Okay, so that is what I'm doing as before this. So this one is through NerdWallet. Now the only problem I have with the one through NerdWallet is that they don't include my investments. So it's okay to have two budgets, one with your investments and one without your investments. And I'm gonna show you quite frankly here what my budget is looking like. So here's my budget, if you can see that. Okay, that is my budget. I just didn't make this up. These are actual numbers. This is actual my budget right here. So I don't know if you can see that or not. Okay, it's saying 11,889 left to spend. Yeah, I don't have that much money. It's just the way I input my income. And then it breaks down your spending here. This is what I like. It breaks down your spending. It's saying utilities. Look at my utilities. Right? That is a big part of my bill, or my utilities. All right? And then it's going to some other categories. Then it tells me my car note, how much I paid. That's the top one is $650. Then Bank of American Chambers. And then I sent my son some money, my son Cameron, $150, then Zelle, then Amazon Prime. Okay, so it's tracking everything I'm doing with my finances, and it's helping me to keep track of my money. It really is. Now, if you look down here at the bottom, I don't know if you can see that. I'm sorry, I'm horrible with this, guys. You see Amazon Stash Capital, and it shows all the transactions I'm making. Now, it doesn't show me all my investment accounts. It doesn't show me my investment accounts, but it does show me how much I sent to Stash. I sent $100 to Stash. So I love things on my phone because I'm mobile. Okay, it's mobile. And I also have an Excel spreadsheet that I use right here on my laptop. It's just a bigger form and it's much easier than this. You don't have to connect. You just have to know all of your bills. But again, a budget is a great way to help you increase your credit score. And again, if you didn't hear me before, you can actually go over to Experian and they're using your utilities that you've been paying on time for forever to help boost your credit score. So let me read some of your notes here, guys. I haven't been ignoring you. Let's see here. Yeah, they all know running your ring. Okay. Thank you, Miss Curly Girl. Valuable info. Please like and share this video. Thank you very much. Why is FICO score and Vantage score so much different? That's because they have different inputs. They have different inputs. The three credit agencies got together and they want to come up with their true wasteless credit score. I know there's a better way to explain that. I think they really wanted to take money out of FICO's hand, right? Why did FICO had to be the company that come up with a credit score and not the actual three credit agencies? Now, here's the thing. Both scales are the same, 300 to 850. But the input, that means the 5 or 6 categories that they use, are slightly different. That is why you may look at your FICO score and your Vantage 3.0 score, and they may be anywhere from 10 to 40 points off. Now, if you're over 750, it doesn't really matter because you're going to get grade A credit. You have grade A credit anyway. Now, if you're at 680, oh yeah, 10 to 40 points is a lot of points that will actually help you when you go out and try to get a loan. So anyway, and here's the thing, guys. I could probably try to. I'm getting new to this on live thing, so I thank for all of you helping me navigate through this. I really do, and I'm gonna get better. I'm using a software here called Streamlabs. It's been out for a very long time, but I'm actually new to it. I used it before, but they've updated a great while because you have to link it to YouTube. All right, you don't want to know my problems. You just want to know about this money. Okay, you want to know about this money. So here's the thing. I looked at my budget and I saw that I had a few subscriptions. I had Prime Video. Hey, thanks, Keith Sheep. Thank you for that. I appreciate that, man. I really appreciate that. Believe me, that money is going into better equipment. I just bought a 4K camera. I just bought this new mic. And I just bought this new light. All this is going right to the channel. So I thank you for your donation. I do appreciate it. I'm just trying to give you guys the clear, concise information and not talk over your head. So anyway, I looked at my subscriptions and I said, well, I got Prime Video. I pay $120 a year. My Netflix is connected to my cell phone bill, which is great. And what else do I have? I paid $23.04 because it's fresh in my head with my AMC because I just love going to the movies. Now, if I was hurting for money, I would disconnect that Netflix from my bill that's probably charging me an extra $5 because I'm not paying the regular amount because it's a bonus or it's a promotion. I would definitely cancel my AMC, and I would definitely cancel my Amazon Prime. I will find somebody with Amazon Prime and say, hey, can I give you the money? Can I Zelle you the money? Can I Cash App? Can I PayPal you the money? And you buy that with your Amazon Prime? Because listen, we know friends, we have family members who are trustworthy that we can send them the money and they'll buy it for us with their membership because it really doesn't matter. You're just trying to get the 2-day or same-day shipping. So you can actually use their accounts. And I know some of you are actually sharing Netflix, okay, which is great. Now, I heard this, that Netflix is about to crack down on people sharing accounts. I don't know why. They're going to get to the point where they're looking at your IP address. And if your IP address is in another location, they're going to shut it off. They say, well, this IP address is connected to this account at this location. They're going to shut it down, okay? That way you have to get your own Netflix if you don't live in the same household, which is just ludicrous. But hey, it's all about greed in America, right? You can make money, you can invest money. It's all about greed. So Either you got to beat them or you got to join them. And guess what we're trying to do? We're trying to beat them. We're trying to use the information and we're trying to get rich too. Now, granted, if you're thinking about getting rich quick on this channel, I don't have any ideas of you getting rich quick. And if you're playing the lottery, whether it be scratch offs, pull tabs, you go to the casino, I want to ask you, please stop. It's killing your wealth. Because yes, every now and again, you will hit. You will get a couple of thousand. But over the course of time of you gambling, I promise you, you will lose. Or you have been losing. So please stop gambling. Please. Stop paying the lottery tickets. Just stop. Invest your money. Investing and gambling are two different things. They cannot be confused. Okay. Literally, gambling is luck. But anyway, you can count out some of your subscriptions and use other people's subscriptions and save you tons of money. And when you free up cash, you can alleviate your debt, decrease your debt, right? Or use that money to invest or use that money to increase your emergency fund. This is Ross World. 4 tiers of money. My 4 tiers of money are quite simple. Debt, get rid of it. Okay, get rid of it. Budget, create one. Savings, have an emergency fund, and invest. Diversify your investments. And all that encompasses with what? I know you heard it before, your credit score. Because I don't really like using my credit score to go ask a rich person for their money at a low interest rate so I can obtain their debt and make them rich. Because even at 3%, even at 2%, I am still paying a rich guy more money than what I took. See, they're the smart ones. Because when we get to that level, when you go on these crowdsourcing platforms, okay, what was that platform where you can actually give people loans? I forget, it was a crowdsourcing platform where you can actually put money up for people to loan from you. I did it before and I made a little bit of money from it, but I got away from it. Excuse me. Sometimes I forget all the information because there's so many ways to make money, but this crowdsourcing platform is where you put up your money and then you can actually choose who gets your money at the percentage rate, right? The higher percentage or interest that person would incur, the riskier the loan is because those people have low credit scores. But there was people on there with 700 plus credit scores looking for loans that didn't want to go through traditional means. And so a person with a 710 credit score, yeah, go ahead and take my money, but I only made 3% on that. Only made 3% on what? 3,000. So I made what, 300? Yeah, no, that's 10%. Man, sometimes I can do math on the fly, sometimes I can't. Don't judge me. But nonetheless, I made some money off of that. But the more that you put in, the more you get out. The riskier the person who's trying to obtain that loan from you, the more money. Let's see if anybody know what I'm talking about. Oh, you cancel Netflix. That's what I'm talking about, Miss Curly Girl. Man, I just won 500 on Cash Street. No lotto, no happy hours. Okay. And also, here's the thing. If you guys have an Amazon Fire Stick, download this Google and it's going to pop you into YouTube, Cyberflix. That's CYBERFLIX, Cyberflix. This app is free. And when I tell you, it gives you all of the shows, all of the movies, HD quality. If you have a Fire Stick, Google search how to install Cyberflix and look at any YouTube video, and it's going to walk you through. It's going to tell you download the downloader, and then it's going to tell you how to download Cyberflix, and it's going to blow your mind. I've been doing this for years, guys. If anybody was ever into the Android boxes like myself, where you can do those programs and download the add-ons and watch movies through, this is 10 times better than that. Okay, this is 10 times better than that. You don't got to go through all that craziness. You just download the app, pop it up, and start watching TV shows. Okay, you can start watching TV shows. Yeah, it is a self-lender. Yeah. You know what? Let me look it up, guys. Let me get the information because I gotta get out of here. But I really need to look that up. See, crowdsource lending. That's what it's called. Crowdsource lending. Peer-to-peer lending. That's what it's called. Peer-to-peer lending. Okay. The one I'm talking about, they're mentioning Lending Club. You probably heard of Lending Club. But Prosper. That's what it was. Prosper. So if you look at these, I'm just going to give you the 6 peer-to-peer lending platforms that you can put money on and you do peer-to-peer. The first one they have is Upstart, Funding Circle, Prosper, Circle Back Lending, Peerform, and Lending Club. But here on this website, it says that Upstart is the number one because it's a venture by ex-Googler. Okay, it's a peer-to-peer lending platform. It was founded in 2012, and you are more than your credit score. On Upstart, your education experience helps you get your rate. Blah 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 blah. Whatever. It's a peer-to-peer. It's a peer-to-peer lending source that you can go in and make money like you are a actual bank, essentially, but it's peer-to-peer. And Upstart is one, but I did Prosper. Okay, I did Prosper, and the other popular one is called Lending Club. Lending Club. So anyway, that's about my time. Don't update to 3.2 on Cyberflix because it will lose providers. Oh, okay. So Keith Shep know what I'm talking about. See, Keith Shep, you know what I'm saying? Thanks for that $10, bro. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Because you saved money from Netflix because you got to go with Cyberflix. Okay. All right. I have to get out of here, guys. So I'm doing a lot of live sessions. I'm also going to do some recorded sessions as well. Someone told me I'm better live than I am scripted, but you know, hey, sometimes I travel. I got to give you the scripted ones, or I might just do it on the phone. But anyway, I thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me today. Today, we talked about credit and the budget. I hope that you work on those things. And again, if you want those credit letters, please email me at blacklogic28@protonmail.com, and I will get those out within 48 to 72 hours. Okay, in 48 to 72 hours. And also create a budget using Excel spreadsheet. Nerd Wallet has one out there that I actually use. That's the one that's the Excel spreadsheet. And also you have Credit, not Credit Karma, but you have Mint, and you have all these other sources of a free budget. Do not pay for a budget planner. Don't pay for a budget platform or an application. Don't pay for it. There's so many things out here for free. There's so many things out here for free. You just have to pick the best one for you. And again, if you're looking to invest, look in the description of this video. I believe I have links for Wealthfront, which I actually invest in, Stash, which I actually invest in, and also Robinhood. Okay, you have M1 Finance. There's so many free investing platforms as well. And every now and again, I come out with a video about high yield savings. If you know, high yield savings had decreased. My money is still with Banesco USA. That's Banesco USA. But it did drop under 2%. I'm a little upset about that. Right now, the only high yield savings that I can think of that's over 2% is Citigroup. It's Citi, C-I-T-I. They're about 2.05%. And right under them is Marcus by Goldman Sachs, which is 1.9%. So anyway, thank you for joining me this evening. Again, Miss Curly Girl, you've been a great help. And everyone else, you have a good night. Love you guys.